Pierneef Syrah Viognier from Motte in Franschhoek. Actually, the wine is itself a wine of origin Western Cape, so it's made in Franschhoek, but they have the possibility to source the grapes the way they believe is the best for this high range blend, which is actually not Syrah. That's why I say blend. Yes, it is 98% Syrah, only 2% Viognier. And for those who know, Syrah is a red grape from the northern Rhone, while Viognier is a white grape from the northern Rhone. But somehow, fermenting them together end up is making the red wine more fruity, more elegant, more stable. And that's why it started mostly in the French region of Côte-Rôtie, where they used to put up to 15% of Viognier inside their Syrah. But it's been inspiring winemakers around the world, from California to Australia and to South Africa, to see why the tradition of co-fermenting these two grapes end up in a better results. What do you think of the result, Kathy?
I think the result is head and shoulders above what we first achieved when we started trying to do that in South Africa. We went through a phase, as you do with everything. We all get better with practice, whether it's riding a bike, making an omelette, or making wine. And in the beginning, when we started using Viognier, and I'm old enough to remember these things, either the Viognier was too ripe or it was too floral, and you know, because a little Viognier can go a long way. And we landed up with these incredibly perfumed red wines that smelt a lot like Viognier lilies and grandmother's handbags. It was very perfumed. This has been dialed back. Everything has been brought back, and I think it's actually an exquisite and very elegant example of this. Look, the wine is translucent. You can almost see straight through it. I don't think that's really a function of 2% Viognier. I think that's also got to do with just carefully handling those grapes before pre-fermentation. There's lots of red fruit on it. Yes, there is some perfume, but not overly much.
Touch of perfume, yeah.
Not overly much.
Not like my grandmother's one.
No, and it's more a lily kind of thing than, for me, a little bit of Garrigue as well, or as I call it when it's in South African Syrah, fynbos. It can't be Garrigue when it's in the South African Syrah. It's got to be fynbos. Red berries, some meat, this little bit of perfume. It's a really attractive nose. And it's intense without being overpowering. And then on the palate, you've got this almost incredibly light 12.8% alcohol, which really just dances across your palate. It's very fresh, but at the same time, it's got great length, it's vibrant, it's elegant. So I think it's really well done. It's not Shiraz as we know it.
Yeah.
This is more Syrah. I believe it is influenced more by the Rhone. And there will always be people who are going to want Shiraz and really big, bold, extracted, no, that's a bad word, really big and bold.
You can say Australian do that.
He said it, not me. People are going to want Barossa Shirazes and the big and bold types. But let's also face it, the market has moved on since when the big and bold Australians came to the UK and knocked everybody's socks off with their Shiraz. The Shirazes that you're getting out of Barossa now,
are getting more and more elegant.
They won't give this a run for its money, but they will be more elegant.
It's something we need to all remember is people see Syrah as Shiraz as a warm climate southern Rhone cultivar, where actually Syrah is such northern Rhone that actually some of the best Syrah in the world are produced in Switzerland, which is continental but cool climate in the winter. It's not the Provence and Garrigue weather, it's not Stellenbosch, it's not Paarl, it's much cooler than that. And I think on that wine, I'm very surprised by the freshness of the fruit. Yes, the such perfume, very well integrated, but it's, like you say, so far from the Syrah or Shiraz we made 10 years ago that were in balance monsters. Finally, in his Pierneef collection, freshness, elegance, and we are on a 2018, and the wine is just showing to evolve gently. And yes, Viognier can be tricky because it can become too perfumey very quickly, even at 2%. But I think here, because they didn't harvest at over-ripeness, everything stays well packed together. And I think it's a beautiful wine, and you'll be surprised on the red fruit, this touch of cherry at the back, this fresh cherry juice that's clearly screaming Syrah. I don't find much white pepper here. I think it's overwhelmed by the perfume. Maybe with time it will evolve into more white pepper, but clearly the cherry is a marker, and a vibrant acidity and freshness on the wine, making it clearly more Syrah than a Shiraz. Well done, La Motte. 2018 Pierneef collection, Syrah, Viognier.